All right, so listen, the other day, when the Smokey Robinson news broke, we were dead in the middle of a Patreon episode. Mark stopped us and said, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yeah. And the way he did it, first of all, we thought Smokey Robinson had died.
I was going to say, the way he said it,
he was like, breaking, this happening right now.
Oh my God.
We have to
because he said, breaking news.
I'm so sad.
Smokey Robinson.
Yeah, and we like, whoa, don't play like that.
Stop. Yeah, and stop.
But then he read out what was happening with Smokey Robinson, but he did it in such a nice, clean, professional CNN kind of way that
also extraordinarily graphic.
Yeah.
It was like the books that my girl reads, but like the bad version.
Yes. Very detailed, very descriptive, and it did suck a little bit of the air out of the room hearing such horrific details attached to one of our black legends and one of the all-time greats in music.
Yeah.
But then I got home and just got to thinking. Now, you know what? I tossed it to my distinguished panel.
Wait, look, just so people know, Smokey, who's been on tour, his victory tour.
for 70, 80 years. A couple of different kinds of tours.
But this is right.
And we probably shouldn't call it a victory tour anymore.
Yeah, no.
But that's the problem, though, right? Because they said this was his victory lap. This was his last kind of big tour, and he was coming off that amazing album
called Gasms.
Gasms.
Yeah.
And then he got hit with these sexual assault allegations, sexual violence allegations from 4 people, all Jane Does, who worked with him and lived with him. I'll just leave it there. And
the housekeepers.
The housekeepers. And they say that it happened not just once or twice. One said it happened over like 16 years. Others said it happened over a year. So it's an extended thing. And it raised a lot of questions and a lot of concerns about somebody we weren't necessarily thinking that about.
Or...
Am I naive about Smokey?
You're naive about a few things.
Smokey being one of them.
Smokey is one of them.
I just believed in Smokey.
Sure.
Yeah, but have you
why?
looked at Smokey?
You know why? Because I feel like if by 85, like Barry Gordy, we heard about this shit a long time ago. James Brown, we always heard about this. Like, there's people you hear shit about. I never heard nothing, even on the streets, about Smoke. Marvin Gaye I heard stuff about. But Smokey, I ain't heard nothing about. So I thought Smokey was the clean.
He ran a tight ship.
No, clearly. I didn't know. So I was a little
swab the deck.
I mean, when I thought about it more, I'm like, he's from Detroit, he light skinned, he got light eyes, he's a singer. I mean, all the signs of being.
He just put out the horniest album in the history of albums.
I gotta read these titles
again. Yeah,
the songs.
Start with the last one.
No, I'm gonna go in order. Because he finishes with that, which is
whoa.
Yeah, don't tell us how he finishes.
Again, on the drive. Track 1, Gasms. You good? Track 2, How You Make Me Feel. All right, not
too bad. Not too bad. Warming up.
I Want to Know Your Body.
All right. Yeah, that's
starting to.
Yeah.
I Keep Calling You.
Oh, it's a little stalkerish.
Officially stalkerish.
Officially stalkerish.
Combined 2 R. Kelly joints. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Roll Around.
Oh no.
Okay. Now we making it.
Yeah. So I can put the towel down. Go ahead.
Beside You.
Oh, you want to be nice now?
The spoon. No, that's the spoon.
That's the early morning one.
Yeah.
If We Don't Have Each Other.
Okay.
That's safe. That's safe.
You gotta throw something in there that's like, tepid.
You Fill Me Up.
That's a threat. Like, if we don't have each other, then what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen, Smokey, if I leave?
My house will be dirty, and you won't.
What was that one?
You Fill Me Up.
Oh, yeah, some kinky shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's.
I think it was more like you fill me up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the comma.
Yeah.
Semicolon. I think actually.
It's fine though. I Fit in There.
That's how he wrapped up the album.
That's how he
Pause.
concluded the album.
I fit in there.
Okay, so I'll go first on this.
Please.
Fill you up.
Everything that they're saying about Smokey Robinson, I believe. I think he did everything that they say and some things that they haven't said yet. They should probably conduct an even deeper investigation into his belongings and search his entire house to uncover more evidence from cold cases or unsolved crimes. Because Smokey Robinson you could look in his eyes and just see he didn't mean nobody no good. It's like at the end of Thriller when Michael turned around. Like that's how Smokey natural on the natty his eyes was. Like the hair, then the Diana stories. It's just like he did something. And I put a little bit of that on all of the all-time greats.
Oh yeah, anyone from that era?
Yeah.
Was doing some.
It was wilding.
Yeah, they was wilding.
I thought because he survived, he was the one
No.
that wasn't like
No,
that. But now I think about last time I saw Smokey Robinson, he had a face full of makeup.
That's what I'm saying. He got the Sammy Sosa going on. As it turns out, he didn't second that emotion.
Oh shit!
It slaps me. I'm here a week. I got DVDs for sale as you exit on the left-hand side. And listen, we want to be sensitive to victims of the victims.
Of course.
here.
Of course.
We're not definitely not laughing at anything
No,
that
not
they've
at all,
endured
not at
or
all.
experienced. We're laughing at the shock from Black Americans that Smokey Robinson's name is in this.
Have y'all seen any of like the footage from Smokey shows? Like some of his recent stuff?
Yes. He's still trying to grind on stage and
He looked like the horny old man that did that shit, don't he?
That's why we got to even question his name. Like, why do you need it to be Smokey? Hey, last week it was just smooth, but today, if that fog machine get heavy,
It's looking like a cover.
like a smoke bomb.
just for Smokey's credit, his lawyer did respond.
Oh, that's
Okay,
right.
nice.
hear it.
Okay,
Let's hear
go.
it.
Fight back.
His lawyer, Christopher Frost, said that the accusations were, quote, false and vile. And another lawyer from Mr. Robinson, or same lawyer from Mr. Robinson, said it was an ugly method of trying to extract money from an 85-year-old American icon.
No, this is it's a great way to do it if you did it.
Right. I thought it was interesting that he said American, not African American or black. I think that's an interesting card. Most people don't play that card. Like, Puff plays the, they're trying to get a black man. Smokey was like, I'm an American icon. The second thing I thought was interesting about it is the timeline. And again, I don't doubt the accusers at all. But I think there is an interesting question. I want to know what y'all think about. How does somebody end up in a situation where they work for Smokey Robinson for 16 years or 18 years and get assaulted and abused over 16 to 18 years? That's a question that they're going to have to answer. Mm-hmm. What do y'all think? How does that happen?
I can't answer you on air.
I can't answer you neither.
Okay.
No, I can answer you. I can't answer you on air though.
Little power,
And now when you-
power
now-
dynamics, little money to smooth that over.
Yeah, I guess power dynamics.
Because I've seen situations. I'm not saying it's a Smokey situation, but I've seen situations
What you see? Tell us, Doc.
where people have made arrangements with domestic workers. Sometimes undocumented ones, especially I've seen it with undocumented
Yes.
workers, where they are washing and drying and cleaning, but also expected to perform.
Also washing
Other
drying, and
duties,
cleaning.
yes.
Exactly.
Oh, see, that's what I was going to say off air.
And that's what I'm saying.
But you said it better.
Yeah.
And after they get
That was good.
Hey, that's
I saw him up here. He's working. He holds it together.
that boy PhD.
and after they get their green card of citizenship, things start to get a little foggy.
Sometimes it's a little smoky. Yeah, sometimes, but then other times it's not even about this. It's just that just reflects the power dynamic and the money stuff. Sometimes it's just like you hear and you're gonna stay.
And not only that, they can actually use that as like a tool to keep
Yes,
you in
yes.
place. Like
Right.
I will vouch for you. I will, sponsor you.
Right.
But then that process never actually happens. They
Right.
drag it out for as long as they can, and knowing that you are trapped.
You can't really do nothing
in
about it.
essence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's just one theory. And these people may not be undocumented. They might not even,
We're
that
speculating.
might not even be the story. But I do want people to understand.
There's a value in being able to keep your dirty laundry. No pun intended.
Right. And some people are paying for that. And to be clear, I'm not saying that is exculpatory. I'm not saying that means he isn't guilty. I'm just saying for some people, they can't imagine how somebody could be assaulted over 16 years. They think that has to be a lie, has to be made up. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes people get tired of it. Sometimes people get in better situations and they think better of it. Sometimes the person in control changes the rules of engagement, and you like, no, I did that, but I didn't agree to do that, and it gets worse. So, and the last thing is, Smokey's wife is also
She's named in the lawsuit.
She's named in the lawsuit.
She's named in the lawsuit for having been aware of past settlements that were filed and settled.
Right,
but
which
she's
we didn't
also
know.
and yeah, exactly. It goes back to what you were saying. Like, we never knew anything. He's been keeping a lot of stuff under wraps. But in addition to that, knowing full well what was happening and that she would leave and go to the nail salon when she knew that these acts were taking place.
One of the girls said that if she didn't do what he wanted, the wife would be mean to him.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
So she might have been extra. Like, this might be a whole freaky domestic arrangement going on.
Or it could just be,
Yeah.
y'all know what you're here for, and if you're not doing that, I got a problem with you.
Right.
So
Like, I'm not
that's
fucking
how
him.
she get grouped in there. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not fucking them.
Right.
That's y'all here.
So we'll see what happens. But this is a hell of a way to end your career on your final tour.
And that ends the age-old debate about which cruising is better, D'Angelo or Smokey.
Yeah.
Thank God we got a backup foul.
That anyway.
Y'all gonna stop playing Smokey Robinson music now?
I
I
wasn't
don't play.
necessarily playing it.
I play a lot of
I play Smokey Robinson, and I don't know. I don't know yet.
I'm gonna say this case resolves itself.
There we go.
Till then, you better shop around.
For somebody else to
Tears of a
listen
clown.
to.
All right.
New Joe Budden.